here we are. The final level. You can kill that knight if you want, you don't have to. This knight, you don't have to attack. This one, you have to attack. You always have to attack no matter what. Walk over here to the left, pull the lever, scroll, do the exact same thing, but for the opposite side. Pull the lever, scroll the cutscene. Boom. Be careful about this barrel right here, you can hit it if you want. I typically do a jump attack into this and hit space, because sometimes you'll get a fast FGM where she will immediately cast. Not all the time, though. Let's see if I can get it here. Yeah, like that. That's a fast FGM. Alright, time to get into FGM. There is a mechanic in this fight called Spectral Throws, and Spectral Throws are incredibly important when it comes to the speedrun, because it can save you a lot of time, and it makes this fight way less luck dependent, so if you're not already doing this, I don't know what you're doing. It's not that hard. Basically what we're going to do is I'm going to throw a piece of food right when I'm able to throw it. I'm going to put visual on the screen for when I can throw the food. But to be more specific, the moment you can throw food is when FGM's wings stop moving for a split second after you've just thrown an orb at her. Then we're going to throw one piece of food. We're going to move for a split second. And then we're going to start throwing from that point. What this incurs is one piece of food, which does damage her. And then we get to reset our damage cycle, essentially. And our food throwing cycle. So that we can then, from that point, throw 9 food. So essentially, if we can get a damage off, plus whatever we were going to get off. So with that in mind, here's what it looks like. Also, one more thing I should mention, right before that happens. On 60 FPS, do not stand close to the table. You want to stand a little bit far away from it, because on 60 FPS, sometimes the orb is going to hit the table. So, here's what the Spectral looks like. Boom. Boom. Move. Boom. Now from this point, it's going to throw anywhere between 5 to 9, and I got a 5. But as you saw, I did get 1 additional damage in there, so yeah. So this fight's very interesting. This fight's all about really like learning on the fly and knowing like what's going to happen. I'm going to play out this entire fight so you guys can get like a general idea as to what to do. So as you can see, nothing's happening right now. There's no knights chasing me or anything. The first knights always come from the same places. So we're going to have a knight spawn behind me just now. So now a battle is happening mentally. Who do I focus on? Do I focus on the knights or do I focus on FGM? Here's the answer. You always focus on FGM unless the knights are going to get in the way. If the knights are going to get in the way, you can jump on top of the table and throw the food then. One caveat with this, though, is Spectral Throws. The problem with Spectral Throws is that you are essentially stopping your food throwing cycle, and then you're starting it again. So essentially you're restarting it. The problem is that you only have roughly 2 seconds of time when you can throw a piece of food after her wings stop for a split second. So jumping onto the table will typically lose you enough time to the point where you cannot do a Spectral Throw. So I do not recommend doing Spectral Throws if you jump onto the table. So, we have knights coming from behind. They're already pretty close, so I'm going to do a charge attack on them. If they were a little bit farther back, then I would do something like this instead. Do something like that. I was on the table very early, so I know for a fact I could do a Spectral, and it'll be fine. I got a min throw, and her boss bar is now halfway empty. So I know that a knight group has just spawned on my right, so we're going to target him immediately. We have now entered stage 2. FGM moves, and now we have to deal with FGM RNG. So basically, without getting too technical, there's a high chance that she will throw what's called a spark. I'm sure she'll probably throw one here right now. There's a spark. Every time she throws a spark, it wastes time. And every time she throws a spark, there's a high chance that she moves. A spark wastes time, and a move wastes even more time than a spark. So, optimally, you want an orb to be thrown as much as possible. Because orbs, you can cast back on her, and then you can hurt her. With that all being said, I'm going to play out the rest of the fight and just see what happens. This fight is actually very slow at the moment. I'm getting a lot of sparks. Nice, dude. Okay, there's an orb. Go for the Spectral. Boom, boom. There you go. There we go. Might be knights over there. Nope. The next group of knights spawns over there on the left. So basically the same place as before, but on the opposite side. Spectral, boom, there you go. Now the knights are definitely going to be running over on the left, so I'm going to have to be wary of that. FGM is still stunned, so I'm going to go for this. And I'm going to keep my range just in case she casts an orb like that. Because if I was close, there was a chance I'd be too close to FGM. If I'm too close to FGM, we're going to run into a new issue. What would that new issue be? Well, if the orb hits the top of your head, typically what'll happen is that after, like, from a random amount of time from that point, you basically just can't deflect orbs back on her For some reason, I don't know, you tell me. I don't know, ask no wonder why that's the case. Basically, you never want to be close to FGM when you're trying to attack an orb, but you want to be as far away as possible. This is an interesting scenario. There's knights chasing me on my right, all 5 of them spawn over there. They can spawn either on the left side of the stage or the right side, and it's random. But in this case, the most optimal thing to do is to target FGM first. I want to see if she's going to cast an orb, and if she does, I'm going to jump onto the table and try to do a Spectral. Unless I don't have enough time to do a Spectral, in which case I'm just going to go for a normal throw on the top of the table. If she's cast a Spark, I'm then going to kill the knights and see what happens. There's the orb. Go for that. Quick. I don't think... that was a really... If I tried to go for a Spectral, I probably would have ran out of time. And as you can see, I killed FGM. And there you go. There is Shrek 2 for the PC. My beginner route, which should give you a pretty good time overall. I'm honestly not sure what time you'll get with this. Maybe sub 22. I don't know. That's what I would guess. Probably sub 22. But yeah. Hopefully this tutorial helps you all. If you guys have any questions, just directly message me in the Shrek Society Discord. It'll be a link in the description, probably like the 4th or 5th. I don't know. I don't know how many links I've referenced at this point, to be honest. Yeah. Hopefully this tutorial helped you all out a lot. And again, if you have like any technical problems with like getting all like this setup and whatnot, just let me know. I can probably get it sorted out for you. But yeah, this is how you speedrun Shrek 2 as a beginner. And if you want to get better at the game, you know, like get like more advanced, at the moment I would just watch advanced runs and stuff like that to figure out like what you're supposed to do. And yeah, now that we're done, it is time to unload the tool, which ironically we can't do that until we load into a level again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to load into a level. Now I'm going to unload the tool by pressing home. As you probably already know, nice color. By the way, that color is random. And now we're ready to do speedruns. There you go. Now it's time to do speedruns, I guess. Anyway, I hope this tutorial helps y'all. This tutorial should be way better than the 2020 tutorial I made like 3 years ago. So, yeah. Anyway, guys. See ya.